Hello everybody, and welcome back to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy. Hope everyone's having a fantastic morning, new night while are in the world. And as per usual with these particular streams, I'm joined by the roommate Ronan.
Power.
And we're going to continue where we last left off with episode 3, Recipe for Turnabout. Back on the trials.
Back on the trials.
Back on the trials. January 8th, 9:46 a.m. District Court, Defendant, Lobby number 1.
Oh my goodness.
Good morning, Mr. Wright! Good morning, Maggie! So, what do you think is going to happen today, sir? Yesterday's session didn't go so well and ended on a giant mystery.
That's true. And we still haven't solved a single part of it yet.
Are you okay, Nick?
Huh? Oh, yeah, of course.
I saw that little flash of doubt in your eyes.
I'm human. I'm allowed to doubt. No, that wasn't doubt. That was, determination.
Determination!
I haven't even fucking played that game and I still know. I know the memes.
Why don't I believe you?
Because I'm human and I doubt.
It's nearly time, Maggie. You'd better get going to the defendant's seat. Roger, don't let me down, Mr. Wright. I'm counting on you.
That's Gumshoe. I saw Pal and went, yeah, okay.
No one else talks like me.
Right?
Hey, pal. Hey, Detective Gumshoe. Quit stressing Maggie out. She doesn't need that. How do you know she was stressed? I was watching through the doorway.
Excellent.
Oh. You look like you lost the case already. Show a bit of confidence, will you, pal? Here, maybe this'll help. Oh, finally! We gave this to you forever ago.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck is in it?
Huh? Have you taken aromatherapy too?
Not in a million years, pal. Don't tell me that you don't remember this thing. I mean, it's been a while.
A wee bit of a while there.
Come to think of it, that doesn't look like one of those aromatherapy bottles. This is the small bottle that turned up at Très Bien's kitchen a couple of days ago.
A foof.
A foof?
Roly-poly boy.
Wow, look at all these little bottles.
Oh, they're aromatherapy oils. He's got so many, they're overflowing onto the floor.
Hey, wait a minute. There's one bottle that's different from all the others.
Well, what do you know? And it doesn't have a label either.
And doesn't smell.
Unfortunately, mine only has 48 hours to live. We finally got the analysis results back from the lab.
So, what is it? Is it the poison?
I'm afraid not, pal. It's medication.
Medication?
Yeah, for ears. Topical use only, apparently.
Oh, there's the fucking dude's meds.
Mm-hmm. For ears? You mean... Yeah, it's the medication Glenn Elg was using for his ruptured eardrum.
Nix, do you want to say hi?
What?
Hi, Papo.
Do you want to come say hi? Come say hi? Come here.
But I'm cozy. I'll bring a toy. Hello. You want to come say hi?
Come say hi.
No? You're in play mode?
Come.
Come here.
Come.
Come on. Come on. Hi, buddy.
Come.
Come on.
He's like, I don't want to lose my toy though.
Hi.
Here you go. Say hello. Go.
Thank you for the kisses.
Why?
Why the mic? Why the mic?
Sorry about that, guys. That was loud.
Yes, in your ear. Why?
Why are you barking so much? Pupper.
No more hellos for you.
Nope. Okay.
We need to get him back to the dog park.
Yeah.
What was Glenelg's ear medicine doing in the kitchen? Same thing our Magatama was doing there.
It was stolen.
What about the unidentified fingerprints? Anything on that? You'll really have to tone that down for YouTube, because that's gonna.
Well, I can see the waveforms when I edit, so once
Yes.
I see that peak, I can like make it less loud.
That's what I'm saying. When you put this up, make sure the people on YouTube. We can't do anything here, obviously, but at least make sure the people on YouTube don't have to suffer.
Yeah. I just realized my chat thing is being weird. What the fuck? Give me a second, guys.
Chat.
There we go.
It lives.
So, if anyone chatted, I apologize if I didn't read anything, because my chat decided, nah, I'm not gonna turn on. So I had to refresh it. It's okay.
Maybe
It's good.
Nick
It's okay.
scared it away.
Alright.
I didn't read that.
Oh, fuck. Well,
I don't know, another hour and they might have gotten something on the prints, but... That's gonna weaken its impact as a piece of evidence. Okay, pal, this is it. Make sure your defense is impregnable today, okay? But, not okay, that says got it. Today's trial. I'm gonna expose that guy for what he's done, or my name isn't Phoenix Wright. Nix, what are you doing? Buddy. If I have to start scooting you out of the room for streams, I will. I love you, but too much.
so much, just so much.
Court is now in session for the trial of Maggie Bird. Keep wanting to say bride. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Fuck.
Hello, Godot.
Ready and waiting as always, Your Honor. Very good. Then we'll get underway at what I thought that was, well then, we'll get underway at once. Well, flal. Yesterday we heard the testimony of Mr. Victo Cooter. Victor Kudo.
Right, I wanted to do something. I completely forgot. I wanted to switch the camera to over there.
That's literally what I asked you before we started!
I completely forgot.
I said, the camera good? You said yes!
I thought of something else. My apologies, guys. I think it's around here. Nope, a little bit lower. Okay, I just need to do one last. I'm so sorry, guys. I goofed. A horizontal flip.
There you go.
There we go. There we go, perfect. I'm so sorry.
From now on, I'm straight up just gonna be like, "Nyeh, look at me, I'm asking a question."
Look, when you said, did you get the camera fix, from my brain went, oh yes, because I zoomed it in, it's all good. That's what I thought in my brain. I completely forgot I was gonna switch it.
No, I
to where
said,
it
did you
was.
change the thing? The change. So when I'm... look at me
I
when I'm
just-
talking to you!
I didn't hear change, that's my bad. That's my bad.
Oh, God.
But it looks better over there, though.
Yeah.
It's like out of the way.
Yeah. It's like, it slots there, like, perfectly.
Yeah. Alright. I also forgot that I wanted to do that, so that didn't help either. Ripperoonie. Alright.
He claims to have witnessed the defendant putting a powder into the victim's coffee. Well, he said Javachino, but sure.
Javachino.
However, the witness's testimony was plagued with a number of problems. The mark on the rim of the cup shows that the victim drank from it with his right hand. But according to the old man's testimony, he picked it up with his left hand. Thank you, Mr. Godot. Furthermore, according to the witnesses... witnesses? Brain, please. Witnesses' account, the victim was listening to the radio with an earpiece in his left ear. Yet, the victim's left eardrum was ruptured, which made him effectively deaf in that ear.
It's amazing how many can...
Wow.
It's amazing how many contradictions a single case can have, huh, Nick?
The jazz.
That jazz music.
Allow me to enlighten you, Your Honor. The world, you see, keeps turning, and we must turn with it. So do the hokey pokey and turn yourself around.
And turning yourself around.
You've lost me already, Mr. Godot. Don't let the mysteries of yesterday mystify you today. Don't worry about the stuff from yesterday. Wow, bro.
Cool story, bro.
Only losers think like that. Only losers acknowledge inconsistencies. Oh, fuck you. You gotta change with the times. That's one of my rules. Please list your rules. I'd love to see how many contradict themselves. Are you implying that you've resolved these contradictions? If so, please just state that. You know the answers to these riddles? The old guy wasn't just throwing seed in here.
Well...
He was throwing us off the scent. And today I'll prove it. Very well. Let the first witness take the stand.
I need water. That's why I need water.
Mes pronoms?
Les pronoms!
C'est quoi tes...
Québec.
C'est quoi tes pronoms? C'est Québec. Français. Alright?
For context, there was I believe, a drag queen that was... I don't know if trans woman or drag queen. I don't know.
Either way.
A very fabulous individual made a video making fun of super conservative Quebecers. And it made me laugh because you can hear... It's a very good impression, but there's still like the Acadian accent.
When I listened to it, I went, oh yeah, this person is definitely not from Quebec. This person is definitely Acadian like me and Inora Phoenix. But god fucking damn it.
It was just the juxtaposition of someone who is clearly, like, you know, embracing both masculinity and femininity, but then giving this spiel on, like, anti-left shiz. This morning, the first thing I did to her was imitate her, just... T'es woke, toi?
T'es woke, toi? Hey, t'es woke, toi, Steve?
T'es woke left.
Oh, so funny. I watched it last night before going to bed because I forgot to watch it the night before when she sent it. And then I was like, oh yeah, that is definitely an Acadian pretending to be a, like, Quebecer, like a central Quebecer. Fuck. Oh, funny. Alright. Oh, bonjour everyone! I am Jean Armstrong, the owner and
Head chef.
And chef of La Très Bien Restaurant. Enchanté!
Forgive me for asking, witness, but are you a woman? Finally, someone actually asks. Well, I guess that's not quite the appropriate way. Today's standards, it would be, what are your pronouns?
Oh la la, monsieur! As you can see, I am la pert and perky gentleman. No?
Okay. On the day of the incident, you were in Très Bien's kitchen. Isn't that right?
With you, monsieur?
He's like, what?
Everything feels right.
I knew it was gonna get weird between them.
Nah, bro.
With his, like, flirtatious nature
Uh-huh.
and Godot's fucking sexy jazz, I'm waiting for it to get so weird.
Uh-huh.
Well, at least now we know, because I was like, is he a he, or is he a trans woman, but there was no word for it? Like, I don't know how this person identifies, but I think it's one of those situations where, like, some queer people just refer to themselves as, like, a queen, or this or that, you know?
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
Slay queen.
Yeah, exactly. Wow. He's totally unfazed. Doesn't anything intimidate this guy?
Probably not.
Facts. Very well. Your testimony, please, witness. What? Please tell the court what happened that day at... How would you say it?
Probably très bien, because he's not French.
I do think that he would be able to say it fairly well, though. So, très bien.
Oui, volontiers. Très bien.
Très bien.
Fucking très. When it all happened, there was 2 customers in my restaurant. I remember experimenting with the new art deco that day. Like having a large mirror between the tables, for example.
Oh.
Oui, perhaps that is what la old man was looking at. La cup, la earpiece, and la glasses. He would have seen everything in reverse. No?
Mirror?
Oui, un grand miroir. Le most enormous miroir.
Then they would have been on the other side as well, because if he was looking in the mirror. And suddenly the mystery disappears. Like I said, the world keeps turning. So roll with it.
I like that, but you sound super egotistical. I can't speak. Egotistical when you said it before.
That would explain the coffee cup and the earpiece conundrum. The mirror would have made everything appear back to front. What the heck? It's way too early in the morning for this to be happening to me. Now then, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination.
Très bien. Alright.
You all good now, bud? Phoenix? You all good now?
Objection!
You can stay there, as long as you don't bark, okay?
Good boy.
The coffee cup, the earpiece, and the HDM.
HMD.
HMD.
Dyslexia be like.
Let's think back over Mr. Kudo's testimony for a second, shall we? Trying so hard not to give him a rasp because the other ones make my voice raspy.
Yeah.
The boy was wearing the earpiece on the same side as the green lens of his specs. No question, you can lock me up if I'm wrong. It was his left ear, without a doubt. So, to summarize, we were told both the HMD and the earpiece were on the victim's left side. Now, if Mr. Kudo was all that... saw all that as a reflection in a mirror, it means both the HMD and the earpiece were actually on the victim's right side.
Exactement. You see, monsieur? Now that you think about it, it's not so odd, no?
Unfortunately, that's where we run into a monumental contradiction with the facts. If Mr. Kudo really did see everything in a mirror, why is it that the HMD is now on the wrong side of his head? Order! Order! Mr. Wright is... Mr. Wright is correct! Brain. If the witness genuinely observed the victim reflected in a mirror, then we would expect the victim's eyepiece to have been over his right eye.
Objection!
What?
How bitter. Trite, you should have a taste of this bitterness. It'll calm you down in no time. Are we talking about your coffee or something completely different? You don't understand the way the witness thinks.
And you do?
How he thinks? You remember this, I presume? The I broke the vase, sorry, apology, Mr. Kudo's sworn testimony? Exactly. The old man has one very grievous habit, other than throwing seeds. The more of an impression... I'll save my brain. The more...
I don't know what I'm gonna do with that.
No one can do anything, it's just my brain.
Your brain.
The more of an impression something makes, the more muddled his mind makes it. That sounds strange to me. I don't know why the phrasing of that sentence just fucked with me.
I don't know. That's correct.
And what's the most striking thing about Mr. Elg? Clearly it's the victim's eyepiece. Y'all are too raspy and similar, god damn it. And that's my point. The old man strikes again. Mr. Elg's HMD made a big impression on the old man.
So they put the Victor Kudo music.
I saw the earpiece and those newfangled spectacles he was wearing. Oh yes, they were both on his left ear. Do you hear? His left ear. Well, Trite.
Fuck you!
That's the worst but best impression of Kudo I've... Oh, I was supposed to be doing an impression of the old man as him. Fuck that, my throat will not forgive me.
No, don't do that to your throat.
Kudo
Just started streaming.
Yup.
Wow, I really thought he was old CD there for a minute.
Nope.
Wow, I really thought he was old CD for a minute there. That's good.
I see that you got your zooms, and that's fine. Just stay quiet, okay? No boofs.
Yeah, Pabadiri.
Ha rah 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 rah. Ah
Afoof.
ah.
Afoof.
Who's the boy?
Afoof. Made him sneeze.
Enough. I must agree that yesterday's witness was irresponsibly rash in much of his testimony.
Bad luck, Nick. Looks like the boil of a contradiction you found is just a rash.
A mirror can't be beaten by a handful of seeds, nor can it lie. It can. So what exactly was the old man looking at?
Ass.
Fill us in, Mr. Armstrong. Go on, tell the court. We're all ears.
Oui, I can explain. Please, if you will look at la plan of la restaurant. The mirror. Alors, is everyone sitting comfortably? La miroir. It was in the middle of la restaurant, dividing
I also like that you said miroir, even though it is.
I know it says mirror, but I'm like, fuck it, it's la miroir.
Yeah.
La miroir, it was in the middle of la restaurant dividing the two halves. There is only one seat from which she could have seen an image of la victim. That was a seat at the table next to la victims. That was where the old man was sitting. After la terrible accident occurred, I moved la miroir so it would not be in the way. But naturellement, I did not touch anything else. That's a fucking lie.
And Kudo was also saying that no one else was there. Even though there was that barrier and all that. Like, I question.
Plus, like, if he did see a mirror, the angle would not have allowed him to
No.
see another person as easily. So.
I see no problems with the explanation we've just heard. Assess the floor plans. The mirror also would have hidden if someone were to do switcheroos. From the table, excuse me, from the table to the victims, next to the victims, Mr. Kudo could have seen the victim in the mirror. What about his buddy that was there?
Well, this is it with the assumption that there was only just the victim and the witness and then the waitress. That's with that assumption.
Stupid assumptions.
Because everyone but Maggie said that there was only the victim and that's it.
The evidence says otherwise.
Oh, we know this.
We will find a way.
What a naughty little coquette I am. Confusing all the men like this.
Huh?
Coquette.
Don't worry about it. like the Mr. Godot's like, it happens to me too, bud. We can keep up. Except for the guy breaking out in a cold sweat over there again.
Yeah, get on. Actually, we were right underneath it. Like, I could have done this.
I hate that guy. You said you didn't touch anything else apart from the mirror. Are you quite sure about that?
Volontiers, of course. Not a lie, of course.
Very well. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, if you please. We has meds that should have been there.
And the vase that Victor supposedly broke.
Because he got a spooked.
You silly boy. You're a good boy now. Yes, you're a very good boy. Being nice and quiet. Yes, you are. Where you are.
Objection!
This piece of evidence contradicts with the testimony we have just heard. Your Honor, I don't know why we keep doing that when it's like, there's a comma, but we see it as a period.
Oh,
The crime photo? Hello? I just hear his tongue's hanging out, I just hear...
Hello. Yes, good boy. Yes, you're a good boy right now. Be nice and quiet.
You good boy.
I'm sleepy now.
I'm sleepy now.
I've yelled at the audience, so I'm done. The crime photo? Yes. This photo clearly shows something that theoretically should not exist. What on earth do you mean by that, Mr. Wright? Should not exist. Sounds like you're describing yourself. Excuse you?
Go fuck yourself!
But don't shit, tabarnak.
Now then, if the defense would please clarify its statement. What is something that should not exist?
Now, if Victor Kudo was across in any other position than what he was shown, this vase would not exist.
I think it's pretty obvious that this is what should not be in the picture. The vase? What possible connection does that have with this witness's testimony? Your Honor, I'm telling you that there should have been no vase on this table. Because it very clearly contradicts with this piece of evidence. It goes smoosh.
I broke vase.
Because he's like, I'm sorry I broke the vase.
There's one thing that was clearly demonstrated by yesterday's testimony. Mr. Kudo broke the vase that was on the table where he was sitting. And yet, as the court can see, there is an unbroken vase on the table next to the victim. Why? Because Mr. Kudo was not, in fact, sitting at the table next to the victim at all.
Objection!
Don't be an idiot, Trite. That's
Why is that? Why you say everything impossible when it's very, very possible? What's wrong with you?
That seat's the only one Kudo could have seen the victim's reflection from.
Not if the mirror wasn't placed there.
Exactly. There's only one conclusion we can draw from this contradiction.
I don't know why I went somewhere south, but I don't know where. There was no mirror in Tribulations that day.
Oh dear.
Your testimony, Mr. Armstrong, is an elaborate lie.
Mon Dieu!
Objection!
At least they actually took like a very typical French exclamation. Yes. Oh, my hair. Yeah, my hair is growing a lot, so it's like all over the place.
I can give you my old hair products that were like for keeping things in place if you want them.
I might.
It will save you lots of monies.
Oh yeah.
Don't try to confuse the court, Trite. Obviously the witness cleaned up...
It fall and smash!
Obviously the victim cleaned up the vase. While the police were taking their time getting to the crime scene.
He was told to go fuck off.
But he also said he only moved the mirror. That's it. Nothing else.
Yes, so if...
So shut the fuck up.
Multiple contradictions.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, Mr. Godot, that doesn't quite work for me. Mr. Armstrong already testified to the court in his own words.
No,
Testified to the contrary in his own words.
There we go.
I did not touch anything else except the mirror. Fuck.
He is short-circuiting.
Well, witness, what do you have to say for yourself? I was right. There was no mirror in the restaurant that day.
I feel like they make the loudest sniffling sound. Take a deep breath, but oh fuck, I plugged my ear the when I did that. Ugh.
In light of this revelation, we return back to the original problem. Why did the victim have an earpiece in an ear in which he couldn't hear? That felt like a Dr. Seuss rhyme to me.
Right?
I was like, I can read this. Why is this confusing?
Sounds like Dr. Seuss. That's your line.
Do not miss your chance to blow, cause opportunities come once in a lifetime, yo.
Oh, yeah.
He say you only get one shot.
Oh. I'm like, that's not even what's written on the screen. I was so lost.
You only get one shot in life. There's no turning back. I don't know what that has to do with what they just said, but okay. If you want to claim that the mirror wasn't there,
You.
You there.
then this problem is all yours. How do you explain what the old man saw?
I'm happy to accept this because then I can say you're stupid.
Stupid.
If I can answer this, then I'll be that much closer to the truth. I can feel it.
Are you gonna be okay? Can you really solve this contradiction, Nick?
There's more. Why can't we read? There's more than just this one contradiction, Maya.
What do you mean?
Fuck that text. Remember what Maggie told us? There was another man at the victim's table. And there was a sample CD on the victim's table. It all files in the face of Mr. Kudo's testimony. Files. And I think I know the reason why nothing in this case is adding up. What was that?
My foot.
What are you doing? Your legs
The
up.
bottle is right there. My foot is up against the desk's leg, just so I can get comfy.
I was just like, I don't remember your foot sounding echoey. What is happening?
Bottle. The water's right there.
Well, Mr. Wright, let's hear your answer. Yes, Your Honor. The reason behind all the contradictions in Mr. Kudo's testimony is simple.
The victim is a funny!
This case is riddled with contradictions. Why are some words so hard to say some days?
I don't know.
Yet there's one very simple answer that clears them all up. And what is that? The incident Mr. Kudo witnessed, and the incident the victim experienced, were two completely different events. What? Yes, the victim that Mr. Kudo saw wasn't Mr. Glenn Elg at all. He was an imposter, a phony pretending to be Mr. Elg.
Imposter!
Red text is not helping me. It is so distracting. Obviously, unlike the victim, there was nothing wrong with the imposter's left eardrum. That's how he ended up wearing the earpiece in his left ear by mistake.
I was gonna say, is he gonna spit it out? Yeah, okay.
I thought he was gonna give a shit. Order in the court. Settle down or I'll clear the courtroom. Don't do your job.
Right.
Quiet, Gramps. Why don't you clear out of here, huh? What did you say? Trite, are you saying that what Mr. Kudo saw was a setup?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Someone pretended to be Glenn Elg and acted out the whole coffee poisoning. All for the express purpose of creating a witness out of one Mr. Victor Kudo.
Objection.
Get real, Troit. Why would anyone want to do that? Isn't it obvious? The thing Mr. Kudo was most insistent about in his testimony was... The serving girl brought him a Javachino, but she put something in it. That's the serving girl, right there in the defendant's chair. I remember her well.
Sure.
It's so hard to believe, but... There was one and only one reason to show Mr. Kudo this fake poisoning. To show Maggie Bird in the act of poisoning the coffee.
Objection.
Are you insinuating that the waitress... that the waitress in the old man's story was a fake as well? It's true that there were no other customers in the restaurant at the time, but... Why does coffee look like ink? It's not even like the dark, like, almost black-brown that dark coffee is. It's just, like... ink.
Dark roast?
No, even, like, dark roast has a brown color
Yeah,
to
I
it.
know.
But that stuff, it just looks like the fucking water cup when you're done painting. It's also true that the chef was there. He would have noticed that... he would have noticed what was happening if he wasn't in on it. That's right. Well, witness. If your restaurant was the scene of such theatrics, you would have known about it, correct? Brr.
Oh la la.
I almost started talking as him.
This is most difficult for me.
For you. Someone's dead, but this
shut
is
the
most
fuck up.
difficult for me.
Right.
Ugh. No, it's quite simple. All you have to do is testify. You are under oath, after all. Was there, in fact, a phony at Tribulations that day? The defense demands that Mr. Armstrong tell the whole truth about what happened. The defense's request for additional testimony is accepted. You will accurately explain in detail the events in the restaurant that day. Hello.
Oui. In the restaurant. La victime, Monsieur Egg. He came to my restaurant alone. My brain had the fucking trust.
I know.
I remember that old man arrived not long after you. There was no other customers. When he got word he won la lottery, Monsieur Elg became very excited. It was approximately 5 minutes later that the la poisoning accident occurred. No, there is no time for la phony to do la acting.
Just so we're clear, there was no mirror in the restaurant after all.
Je vous demande pardon. Forgive me, Your Honor. I lied because I want this mess to be cleared up quickly. Why would you lie then?
It will be cleared up much quicker if you don't fucking lie to me! I didn't say what he said, but it doesn't matter because I think it equated to approximately what I said anyway.
Yep.
I will decide how to punish you how to punish you later.
Oui.
For now, we will hear your my brains.
Freaking sensory overload has been
Hell.
hell the past few days.
No, no.
For now, we will hear your cross-examination. Mr. Wright, if you please.
Would you like a fidget spinner?
Oh, the things distract my brains, distract all the things. I'm sorry to anyone who's annoyed by this, but my brain is on fucking... I don't even know what. I read things and all of a sudden it's like, hey, your skin's very aware of everything that's touching it right now. I'm like,
And by pure chance, I found my fidget spinner. I was like, I'm gonna keep that nearby.
hold it away from the things so it doesn't bother them as much.
Yeah.
He took that perjury charge a bit too well.
Here, put it near you, as like you would regularly. And it's not too loud. It could be worse. Well, yeah, if you put it like. Or if you put it there, you're gonna hear. If you put it back there, you
Yeah,
can't hear
because
shit.
it's got the thing
So
on.
have it set up for a front.
But I'm guessing he'll be in more serious trouble after this cross-examination.
In the restaurant.
I'll do that, fuck!
I have to yawn!
Hold it!
By old man, you mean Victor Kudo, correct?
Oui, il come often for la special coffee.
I drank your coffee once, Mr. Armstrong.
Shit.
It's special, I'll give you that. Schools? It's worth a sip just for the experience.
That is the most politest way to say that it's shit. Oh, you make me so happy, monsieur. You're most welcome at any time.
I said it was worth one sip, and nothing more.
In other words, it was shit.
So old Mr. Kudo arrived at the restaurant around the same time as the victim. Maybe I should ask about his arrival in more detail.
What time was it?
Out of curiosity, about what time was it when Mr. Kudo arrived?
Oh no, I cannot remember, monsieur.
I believe we were told by a witness yesterday.
Ah, fuck. The crime was reported at 2:25 by a kinda scary old man, sir. But it took him a while to get to the phone.
Does that perhaps jog your memory, witness?
L'accident happened about 20 minutes after I arrived. So the victim must have arrived between 2 p.m. and 2:10, no?
Just after 2, huh? How long did Victor say he was looking for a payphone? Because he made a point that he was out for a bit.
5-10 minutes, something like that.
Okay.
Thank you for your help in jogging my memory, monsieur. You're wonderful.
That didn't even look like a smile. That oh. I can't sit here all the time and do nothing now, can I? At least you admit it. The time of day will be added to the witness's testimony.
Oui, monsieur judge. Everything I do it for you. Merci bien.
Yeah, I know.
But how would he say it though?
It's more why?
Armstrong, bro.
Let's see. How would you say this?
Mercy.
Merci bien. That's French, isn't it? Huh, I know some French now.
Me when I first started Duolingo. Okay, I'm bad, but I'm not that bad.
I'm glad at least one person is in a good mood.
At least you understand the majority of the French words.
I understood the fucking video in that sense, so... That's all I can hear.
Go, abs, go.
Barbecue?
Barbecue. He's even coming a hong? He's having a
Oh,
hong.
he's even coming hong.
He's even humming a song to himself.
Okay.
I wonder if when we actually do start recording properly, like for little animations I do and stuff, if focusing on one character at a time will help me with like my brain being so jumbled.
Maybe.
Because I've done recording before, obviously, but like when we do Phoenix Wright, that's when it tends to be.
Well, yeah, because it's a bunch of different voices.
It tends to be everywhere. I think it's because we have to change to multiple different like cadences.
Yes.
Like going from, for example, like Lotta to Francisca.
Fuck.
It's like
Going from German to Southern. Fuck my life.
yeah, they're very different prosody with their voices.
Yeah.
So I think
Yeah, because if you do the animation and we do voiceover, we can just focus on
yeah,
one character per session type of shit.
essentially, yeah. Are you absolutely sure about the time?
When I think really hard, I'm sure it was just after 2, oui. It is the time I stopped serving la lunch menu.
And also another thing is, we won't have animation in the background distracting us. It will literally just be words.
Yeah.
So sensory overload won't be a problem. I'll have my own little, like, quiet, dark booth with maybe a picture of the character to get an idea, and then just words. Quite right. I always break for lunch when the restaurants are serving their specials. Oh, no. I've been known to wind up a case early just to make it on time. No. Bad judge. What are you doing, my boy? Hello. Are you eating floof? Hello. That's not good for you, my boy. Hi.
Hey, Bob.
What are you doing? You're a good boy, being nice and quiet. Hello. Thank you, good boy. All the praises for all the for all the nice quiet boys. Yay.
Hey, good boy.
What's that good boy? Hello, we Hello.
Alright.
I want to make sure that when he is being good, that I at least praise him so he knows that.
That's all we want is a nice, happy, quiet boy. Needs to bark just not into the microphone to be me.
Like, it's fine to bark a couple of times if you think there's somebody at the door to let us know.
But don't scream in the microphone.
Please don't.
He's like, I don't know what's happening. I guess you should never get, wow. I guess you should never get between a hungry judge and his lunch. Oh, would you look at that? It's almost lunchtime already.
Judge, sit your ass down and do not move.
He just walks off. Witness, get on with your testimony, please.
There was no other customer.
I like that now I'm just hearing this in that accent. Just, I remember that old man. Oh, I got a new thing on Duolingo, like a award thing. It's a achievement for finishing a lesson with not with no mistake, but it was like finishing the lesson and correcting your mistakes in under 2 minutes.
Nice.
So it's just like I was like, oh god, it's almost midnight. I'm at like 100, almost 120 days now.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm not losing my streak. It's just going haywire trying to get through the French lesson.
Yeah. Objection! Because the radio thing starts at 1:30, bitch.
I'm afraid I've finally got you, Mr. Armstrong.
Quoi? What do you mean?
At the time in question, the victim was listening to the radio with his earpiece. The show he was listening to was Millionaire Radio. Each week they announce the winning numbers of the $500,000 lottery ticket.
Were you about to say F?
No, I said ow. I
Oh.
had cramp in my hand from drawing.
Gotcha. Tweet tweet.
Shoosh, shoosh, shoosh.
He's like, it's 8 o'clock, bitch.
Too bad.
Oui, that must be la show Monsieur Egg was listening to. Monsieur, I should say Monsieur, but whatever.
Oh. I can't see any problem with this testimony, Mr. Wright. I wonder.
Ha?
You say the victim arrived at your restaurant after 2 p.m., correct?
Oui. I'm sure of it. I remember it perfectly now. I know it was that time because I had just finished serving la lunch menu. Blah.
Blah. Get to the point, Wright, if you have one.
You gotta flip-flop between French and English. Fuck me.
That show is broadcast live at 1:30 p.m. It claims to be the most thrilling 10 minutes of your life. It's on the air at 1:30? Ow.
Okay.
I'm wondering if there are sharp bits of metal on the insides, because
we'll
my
see.
finger is suddenly sore. Feels smooth, but I was like moving it in between my fingers, and all of a sudden it was like pinchy. Then again, I was using that fucking steel mesh thing the other day that cut my fingers up, so it could be that.
Well, this was kind of off a little bit, so you might have
Pinched it.
pinched it by accident.
Either that, or because like I said yesterday, I didn't even feel when that fucking steel mesh cut me.
Yeah.
I just noticed my hand and arm were bleeding. I was like, oh,
Oh no!
this is definitely handle with care. Alright. Now, supposedly the victim made some noise when it was announced that he had won. And yet, I don't believe his cry of joy could have occurred at 2 p.m.
After.
After 2 p.m.
because the show had already finished more than 30 minutes earlier by that point in time.
No! I don't know why I did that, but anyways.
You did it because that's what he did.
Yep.
The victim we've been told about has done nothing but the impossible. Listening to the radio with a ruptured eardrum, catching a show that was already over. There is only one conclusion you can draw from these facts. This victim was an imposter, acting out the poisoning 30 minutes after the real murder. Yes, there were 2 Glen Elgs in Tribulations that day. The real Glen Elg, now dead, having been poisoned by the real killer. And the phony Plane!
Hello, plane.
What you doing, bro?
You doing, bro?
Taking people places? Cool.
Cool beans.
Can you do it a little quieter? Thank you.
Alright.
And the phony Glen Elg acting out the events for Mr. Kudo to witness.
It certainly seems that way. I mean, if that wasn't the case, how could you explain the time discrepancy?
Objection.
Quite a performance, Trite. You were almost on a roll. But sadly, you lack the rock-hard foundation of rhythm to build your song. Don't go throwing metaphors into this shit, bro. I can hardly read as is. What is this, Music Theory 101? Let's recap. According to your imaginative theory, it's now just after 2 p.m. The phony Elg is performing a play for the benefit of Mr. Kudo. I wouldn't say benefit, but sure. How do you explain then where the real Glen Elg is? I don't believe I have to spell this out for the court. However, at that time the real Glen Elg was already dead.
Will the real Glen Elg please stand up?
He can't, he dead.
He quit it.
That's certainly the obvious conclusion.
Objection.
Thank you, Trite. That's exactly what I was hoping you'd say. What? Huh? Now, I presume you can prove this theory of yours? Can you explain where the missing corpse went to? Phoenix! When a person dies when they are killed. Yeah, that'd be a corpse. According to the old man's testimony, there was only one other customer there. If that customer was the phony Glen Elg, then where did the killer hide the body of the real victim? North! That's what it That's what it looked like.
The pinky and the brain.
The prosecution has a valid point, Mr. Wright.
One is a genius, the other's insane. Anyway, carry on.
If your theory is to stand up to examination by the court, you must provide us with proof. Now the song's in my head. Fuck. By answering the prosecution's question.
Sorry.
It's all good.
Sure, that is a very, catchy song.
Where did the killer hide the body?
I don't fucking know. Maybe we should go look. Yes, Your Honor.
A lot of songs in, the 90s and early 2000s were really catchy now that I think about it.
Yeah.
It's time for anime.
Hey.
And zany to the max.
Anyways.
No conjecture, Trite. Let's hear some facts for once. You don't seem to like when I give you facts.
Mm-hmm.
Show the court a piece of evidence that proves where the body was hidden.
Up your ass.
That's called necrophilia.
Not wrong.
Yes. Freaking.
How's there be intense pressure in here all of a sudden?
Well, I seem to have forgotten that evidence is an important part of court. God damn it, Phoenix.
Oh.
I thought I had him with that contradiction. but he's turned it all around and backed me into a corner instead.
Well, Mr. Wright, the court will now hear defense's theory and evidence.
The judge is tired, and so am I.
First, where was the body of the real Mr. Glenn? I keep wanting to say Mr. Glenn Elg. Mr. Elg concealed.
Outside is kind of ridiculous, because anyone could fucking find it at that point.
It would have been too dangerous to take the body outside. Obviously, the body must have been hidden somewhere inside Très Bien.
Interesting. But where could a body have been hidden inside a restaurant? Where do they store food to prevent it from going bad?
Now the question, does Armstrong even have that, considering how bad his food is?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Perhaps you would care to show the court on these plans, Mr. Wright.
Yes.
Either way, it is very easily...
Either he let the corpse rot with the rest of the food, and
More than likely, he's in the fucking kitchen.
the people were just like, "Oh, this food's awful," but it doesn't smell any different than usual because everything smells like a rotting corpse. The body was hidden here.
I see.
Well, no. I was gonna say I try not to say anything when it comes to like intelligence, but I sometimes do.
Douche.
I'm trying to stop saying things like stupid and stuff like that, but
He can still be a douche.
yeah, I was gonna.
I thought you were gonna say douche, so...
No, I was gonna call him dunce at first, but I was like, There are old terms I try to avoid now, but sometimes they start to come out and I'm like,
Goober.
basically,
He's
yeah.
a goober.
Everything turns into something like goober or like calling someone like a dumbbell instead, just like a random object. You fucking blueberry.
Fucking blueberry. Fucking blueberry boy. Oh my god. You never said this word.
No supposition.
And this is position.
No supposition. But the question is, can you back it up? Where's the evidence that proves that the body was hidden in the location?
The food tastes like death. Plus,
Oh no, the bottle. The medicine bottle.
tastes like death. Mr. Armstrong, do you recognize this bottle?
No. No. I've never seen that ugly bottle before in my life. I only use la very best bottle, monsieur. The highest quality only for me.
You wonder why you're in debt. Where was that bottle found, Mr. Wright?
I'm having flashback to a particular person that I'm not gonna say on stream. Anyways.
We know some people. Interestingly enough, Your Honor, it was found in the kitchen of Très Bien.
Eh? Quoi?
But you didn't touch anything,
But
did
I
you?
only ever use these bottles for my aromatherapy oil. Sure.
But this bottle doesn't contain aromatherapy oil, Mr. Armstrong. No. It contains a medication.
What do you think, Judge? What is the only medicine that was missing?
What kind of medication? I'm sure everyone remembers, don't they? That Mr. Elg visited and... Oh yeah, I wanted to figure out how to fucking say this. Because we were both like, huh?
Otolaryngol.
No, Oto, it's... Oto.
Otolaryngological clinic?
Well, Laren, that would be like, it's essentially an ear and, eye, ear, throat doctor. So, Laren, like, larynx?
Laryngitis.
Yeah, your larynx.
Yep. Laryngological clinic?
Otolaryngological. Oto, or auto, I don't know which,
Also-
either or. Otolaryngological.
Clinic.
Did I say it correct?
It sounded correct. I have no idea if it's actually correct, so. Because I've never seen that word in my life.
Otolaryngological. It's gonna bother me.
because we've seen it like twice on, and we tried before and we were just brain dead at the time. We couldn't.
Yep. If anyone needs to do a quick pee break or a quick drink break, go ahead, because Brompton needs to look up the fucking word.
I need to know.
To be fair, I kind of want to know what it sounds like.
Pronunciation. Why videos? Just give me a stupid little, like, pronunciation book. That's not... Okay, shut up. I'm looking for...
Do translation. Like, go to the translation portion,
right.
and then just put the word in there.
Translation.
Just put translate.
But it's giving me the...
Yeah, but you can always type it in the thing, the box itself. No big deal.
What box? Yeah.
Just put translate. Translate English to French, or just translate English to
Translate. There we go.
Okay, there we go.
English. Otolaryngological. Is that it?
Yes.
I think I got it right.
Yes. Now click the... Yeah.
Okay, I was saying J, but it's G. Otolaryngological Clinic. Okay. Jesus Christ, that was gonna drive me insane.
And we're back!
My God! We've learned. We finally learned what the word is. That Mr. Elg visited an otolaryngological clinic and was given medication that day. Otolaryngological. The only way, that's something my old way back teacher used to tell me. Say something 3 times and you should be able to remember it. It tends to work.
Not with me, but carry on.
You can't. You can't be serious. I'm always serious. Never really, but okay.
To be fair, in my case, I have French and English, so it's like my brain's like, hi, you're French now. No, I'm trying to say an English word. Shut the fuck up.
I had both as well, but it's hilarious that I somehow had good grades in like English and in language in general when I can't fucking speak. The defense, and well, actually, it makes sense because I was terrified of like oral presentations, but writing and everything was perfectly fine.
Yep.
Meh. The defense had the contents of the bottle analyzed, and I have the lab results here. The contents of the bottle match the prescription that was given to Mr. Elg. I'd like to think that's just the THX sound.
Oh my god, that's shit loud.
It scared me when I was a kid.
You're like...
The sound of it sounded like something getting closer to me, you know? I was just like, I don't like this.
As I start hearing it, I automatically plug my ears. I'm like, fuck sir.
Yeah.
Fuck sir?
Fuck sir.
Fuck sir.
Glenn Elg's murderer hid the body in the restaurant kitchen. He was in the oven! That's why it tastes so bad. It was human. At which time this bottle fell out of the victim's pocket.
Oh, boys.
Mr. Armstrong? When the incident occurred, didn't you say you were in the kitchen?
Mon Dieu!
Yes, you know what I'm about to say. It was you who hid the victim's body. Victim's body. You did a fine job pretending to defend my client, Maggie Bird, however.
you were setting her up to take the fall behind... You were setting her up to take the fall behind the poor girl's back.
No!
Stop pretending to be like a victim here, bro. You're a douche. Order! Order! This is an extraordinary development. Witness, did you murder Glen Elg?
Never! I could not do such an horrible thing.
I just didn't get in someone's way of doing it.
No! Oh, that was good.
He suddenly gets he suddenly gets flamboyant. Mr. Godot.
That's smooth. Guys, after the yelling of no!
The bitterness. Every time I get lied to, I always down a mug of coffee.
Bro.
What is your rule list? This is bullshit. It's one of my rules.
Important vow number 7. Fucking. Alright.
Do you have the slightest idea how many cups you've had by now?
That's a good question.
Then I like to do the same to the person who lied to me. I like to take them down with my empty cup. Listen up, chef. How about a brand new flavor in your ear? My H-deficient friend?
Don't be mean! Je vous demande pardon! Please, you must hear me out. It is a tap. Listen to me. Por favor. T'as parlé de... Tu parles en français en anglais, parce que the fuck il se passe? Le français en anglais à l'espagnol.
Oh my god. Yo hablo español, Mr. Armstrong, and por favor is Spanish. Por favor. I'm like,
favor.
how else would he say it? I don't know if he's good.
Por favor!
It's like, I don't know what characters would be good at saying things and what ones would struggle.
I'd say if it was Larry, he would struggle with all language besides
Larry doesn't know
English.
jack shit. I'm only gonna ask you... Gunny? I'm only gonna ask you once. Did you do it?
No.
No, absolutely no. I
Didn't prevent it. Let's hear it. You've got one shot, right, Gramps? Stop telling me how to do my job! Witness, the court will permit you the chance to make one final statement. If you lie under oath again, Mr. Godot's coffee mug away. I will allow violence in the court. I will threaten violence in my court, as does my gavel.
Alrighty then.
Just start yeeting various mugs
Fucking
and
yeet.
different sized gavels at him.
Yeah. Oui. It is clear.
What do they always say in what do they always say in the movies? I've got a bad feeling about this.
You are correct, sir.
Very well. Begin your final testimony, Mr. Armstrong. I like that his testimonies always start with him going. It's no. It's a. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah. Ooh. That's what it always does.
The confession. It is true. I hid the body in the kitchen. A man forced me to do it. I had no choice.
You did.
I had to go along with him because there was a reason why I could not refuse. But I did not kill him. I swear it.
I did not.
You must believe me. I did not hit her. I did not.
I did not kill him. I did not.
Oh, hi, Mark. Oh, hi, Phoenix.
Oh, hi, Judge.
Hello, Judge. Anyways.
You were forced? By who?
Well, we know exactly fucking who. I cannot say, or I would be erased.
Let's try a different question then. when Mr. L died, was he really the only person at his table?
There was a second person.
Dun dun dun.
There was another man.
I knew it.
He was telling the truth.
Oh, why are you always the judge?
It's like me with Grosberg.
Well, he doesn't make me hiccup. You may cross-examine the witness now, Mr. Wright.
Grosberg also makes me burp and yawn.
He just makes you expel things,
Yes, exactly.
and apparently completely fucks up your diaphragm. There's just one more thing I need to do. He's like the saddest werewolf whenever he's like accused. Ow. Instead of like a bunch of shaggy fur, he's just got it all in curls. Ugh, I need to draw a werewolf that's just got all of his fur done up in like perm rollers.
Hey George, how'd you get them perm curls there? Well, just see him at night like fucking rolling all his fur and curls.
He's like Elliot from Stardew.
Yeah. Anyways,
I gotta break this guy and get him to tell us the name of the real killer.
I can imagine like werewolf like long fur here and just curls
Yeah,
it up,
yeah.
like, here to make it look like epaulets. Fuck.
I'll have to make us more stuff for the beginning of the streams so it can be like images like that just kind of change in sequence.
Yeah.
It's just of stupid memes not memes, but jokes we've come up with.
That's not what I want to do. I don't know.
A man? Who was he?
No, I cannot say, but I fear for my life.
Easily scared.
You'll just have to put the word in his mouth, Nick.
For some reason I was trying to match your squeakiness. I was like, what the fuck am I doing?
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
You're not wrong.
If you won't tell me, I'll tell him.
Whatever. This button. This button.
This button.
Yes, the fuck yeah. There we go.
Who this bitch be?
Let's end this dance of Ring Around the Rosie, Mr. Armstrong. This is the man that you've been referring to.
My phony with the fucking big ass sideburns. Ah!
Who's that?
You've met him, Judge.
I feel like I've seen him somewhere before. Oh, I don't know. Maybe a month ago in this very courtroom.
Thinking he was me.
This man is Furio Tigre. He's the manager of a loan office called Tenderlender. There's no point in trying to hide the truth anymore, Mr. Armstrong. I know you couldn't go against Mr. Tigre, at least not while he had this on you. A $500,000 loan from a black market loan shark. And you had no way of paying it back, did you? You did! You could have just stopped trying to live an extravagant lifestyle that doesn't work. You could have.
I think the majority of the loan comes from him doing up the restaurant, honestly. With that big of a fucking loan.
It is perfectly fine to follow your dreams. But when you are not willing to accept anything less than perfect, you're gonna fuck yourself over.
Yeah.
That's why you were forced to do anything this man told you.
Oui, it is as you say.
Mr. Armstrong.
Le tiger, he told me he was going to use my restaurant for a business rendezvous. On la day in question, he was meeting la person to demand that he repay his loan. I don't know why it happened like that. I just did what he told me to do. I had no other choice. I carried la body and la unconscious Maggie out of the dining area and into the kitchen. After that, I just tried to forget what I had seen.
I think we Ooh. I think we can now safely say that the man who forced your hand was Mr. Furio Tigre.
He's just a buff mafioso version of Phoenix with an anger issue.
I do have one further question for you, Mr. Armstrong. The poison and the lottery ticket that were found in the defendant's apron pocket. Was that your doing as well?
No, I knew nothing about that. Making it look like it was Maggie who had done it. I was not. It was despicable.
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 Mr. Godot, you will summon this Furio Tigre, oh fuck me, as a witness. Wait, this will just be me talking to myself.
Yup.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
That's another rasp. Fuck. Oh no. I doubt that can be arranged today, so we will adjourn for now. Proceedings will continue tomorrow. "30 minutes. What? The trial will go on. I'll see to it myself. I need half an hour to get that guy on the stand. Not a minute more.
Why won't you give my voice a break?
How the?
Can you open the window? It's very warm in here.
Don't sit back and relax yet, Trite.
But I need to sit back and relax because my voices, I wanted to say my vocal cords.
No one knows if that chef is really telling the truth or not. This trial could still go on either way. Very well. Your request is granted, Mr. Godot. We will resume once Mr. Tigre is ready to take the stand. Until then...
The time is 8:30 p.m. Take melatonin.
Until then.
Immediately, Lady Depp. Court is adjourned for a 30-minute recess. Frickin' Aaron Hansen.
Let's see if
Until
we can...
then.
Oh, well, let's see if we can finish off this case, I guess.
Why, Lady Depp? Where she be from?
Alright. Did you want me to do one of the voices?
Want us me to what?
Do you want me to do one of the voices?
Which one are you taking?
I could do the judge. if that helps.
Sure. Why not?
Alright.
So we're finally going to see the tiger on the stand. You've almost got this case won now, Nick.
I wish I could agree.
Huh?
When I cross-examined Mr. Armstrong just now, he said he was just doing what the tiger told him to do. But Godot picked up on it, remember? He pointed out that without proof, we don't know if what he testified is the truth.
You mean you think Mr. Armstrong was lying?
I don't know. But if that's the line the prosecution takes, we could be in trouble. I get the feeling that we don't have the case-making evidence we're going to need.
Hey, pal! You need another voice? Fuck you, Gumshoe! Detective Gumshoe!
What are you so jumpy about, Detective? Your hair's standing on ends.
It's always standing on him, bitch. Hey, that's the pot calling the kettle black. Little Miss Top Knot.
It's not a top knot.
The fuck is it?
Never mind about the hair, just calm down, alright?
I can't
stand still when I don't have a job to do. I get kind of wound up. Ah! No kidding. You gotta have something you need me to do, pal. Anything. Well, hey, I'm gonna take a jog back down to the precinct. I could get some prints analyzed for you, if you got an hour. We got 30 minutes. An hour? The trial will have reconvened by then.
But Nick, we still don't have a really decisive piece of evidence, right?
True. Without some kind of trump card, I thought I was gonna sneeze, but nothing came. Without some kind of trump card to pull out of the bag, we're really stuck. You said you could get some fingerprint analysis done in an hour? You bet! In that case, would you mind checking the prints on this for me?
Fucking bottle that we couldn't get a print down.
If you're going back to the station anyway, could you find out whose prints are on this? Oh hey, that's the small bottle I gave back to you this morning, right? Yee. Yee.
Yeah.
I think it's time we solved the last mystery of who the prints on it belong to. Sure thing, pal. Actually, that's been gnawing at me too.
Boss, small bottle given to Detective Gosher.
Woo! Oh, ngam.
What?
I said ngam.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll get this off to the lab right away. Just to make sure you don't lose the case before I get... Right. Just make sure you don't lose the case before I get back.
Yes, sir.
This is pretty much the final showdown, I guess.
It's a final showdown. It's time to separate the phonies from the real guys.
Okay.
Sure.
My pinky.
Alright, I'm doing the judge. Court will now reconvene. Mr. Godot, did you find this Furio Tigre? I'm gonna try and do what you do, but it's gonna sound a little bit off.
That's okay. I even tamed him for you. It was a 3-cup job, no problem. Tamed him? The guy's name may be Furio Tigre, but come on. He's pretty lively. Be careful, he still bites.
Very well. Please show Mr. Tigre to the stand.
Does he look like a wild tiger? Well, yes he does.
Witness, please.
Fuck you. Don't hide under the table, Maya. Unless there's room for me down there too.
Like, would you mind?
This is why he's difficult. What'd you say to me?
Nothing. I didn't say nothing.
Nothing.
I didn't say nothing. Honest.
Who could have guessed that fear would be... that fear would induce a bad Brooklyn accent from the judge?
Oh, for nothing. Don't worry about it.
I am Yogi Bear.
I might have to do that actually, because.
Hey, boo-boo. The regular judge's voice combined with a shitty Brooklyn accent is just Yogi Bear.
I'm just an average. I'm just the average bear.
The average judge.
The average judge.
I got business. I got business to take care of with...
I got business to take care of.
I got business to take care of, you hear me?
That one. That sounds like Mike Tyson.
So who the hell called me into this hole? I was gonna keep going with something, but play.
Shut up! Shut up on your face!
Was it you, Spiky?
Just as spiky as he is. What the fuck do you mean?
Of course. I want your chair, though. It was the judge.
It was.
And he had... Your Honor?
Oh dear. I seem to have dropped my pen. Where on earth is it? Don't mind me. Just carry on with the proceedings as normal.
You... He can't even reach you up there, bro. Whatever. That's it. We're doomed. I like that they say tiger, but when he does that face, it looks more like a gorilla. Maybe yous didn't hear me. I said, who the hell was it that called me in here? There's no need to shout. We can all hear you. What'd you say? There's no point in struggling. You're caught in a snare. The relentless snare of the law. And I'm the one that hauled you in. Grr.
Grr.
Grr. Too cool. Fucking fanboying.
Oh boy.
Too cool.
Too cool for school, yo.
Don't let him get the better of you, Nick.
Maya's just under there writing fanfic about the two of them.
Right.
Let's start with the basics. You know about the incident in question, correct? Incident? I don't know nothing about no stinking incident, Mask Boy. What a fucking burn. Mask Boy, jeez.
Right.
You mean you didn't attend the previous trial of Maggie Bird? Maggie who? I've got more important things to do than watch some courtroom dramas.
Of course! Well, perhaps you could give us your testimony then. Please tell us about what you did on the day of the murder.
Get off the fucking floor, Gramps. Phoenix Wright.
Hi.
You was the one who set this up, didn't you?
Cheers, mate.
So? You was gonna regret the day you ruffled the tiger's fur. You hear what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Maybe I shouldn't have brought it.
Nope. Maybe I should have.
Okay.
You're like, no, I'm not.
Maybe I should have brought a diaper with me today.
Get a grip, Nick.
Says the one under the bench.
Right. The tiger's alibi.
I don't know nothing about no murder. I was tied up with business in December last year. Spent all of my time in my office. Whales lined up?
Yeah.
I got whales lined up to borrow cash from Tenderlander every single day. You want to check my alibi? Just go ask Violetta. Yeah, the person who'd lie for you.
The secretary. Your lover, not so much lover. I don't know what the fuck's gonna happen with that secretary.
Your strange manipulative situation.
Yeah. Oh, I found my pen at last. I found my pen. At last I found my pen. Sorry. Fuck. Bye, Judge. Well, what is it? Please, witness, if you... Oh my god.
Yeah, it's a lot.
You know what? I'm just gonna do Yogi Bear. Fuck it.
Go for it.
What is it? Please, witness, if you could refrain from shouting out like that. I don't know what the fuck. That doesn't sound Yogi at all.
It started as Yogi and then turned to something else. I know the kind of games that guy in the blue plays. That lowlife ain't no lawyer. He just punches away at stupid details till he wins. I mean, if it gets the job done. Lowlife? Me? I love how they said smarty instead of smartass. Listen up, Smarty. Every time you ask me some ding, fucking, that's not how it would be, something that doesn't relate to this case, I'm gonna... That ain't legally binding!
Nope.
I'm gonna bill you 50K and you's gonna borrow the cash from me. That's one loan contract I refuse to sign. I don't think it ain't gonna hurt when you tangle with a tiger. Godot is like the in-between of Phoenix and him. And I don't know why.
Yep.
That's fucking with me. I love a good spectator sport.
Just a minute. That's really not. I'm just gonna go for it with the judge.
It's all good. Change it as you wish, because as you can see, like, trying to flip-flop between all of these is just kind of a mess.
Mm-hmm.
This witness is... how can I put it? With a shitty metaphor. A hungry tiger roaming the urban jungle. Bah! Get on his bad side and he'll bite everyone's heads off. Yours too.
Very well, no, I can't do that.
It's difficult.
Very well, I have no choice but to impose a penalty system here.
You's better be listening. I said I got business to take care of. Big business. If I don't split now, I ain't gonna catch my bus. Fuck your bus.
Where's our moped, buddy?
Yeah, it's you now. I was gonna do it. I was like...
The court will impose a penalty for any irrelevant pressing of witness testimony. Keep that in mind as you begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright. I guess that's the judge's voice with me.
Cool. Yes, Your Honor.
You can do it, Nick.
Stand up. Yeah, come out from under there already, would you, Maya?
Looks like there's a lullaby.
Oh, yeah.
Tied up with business.
Are you sure about that? We're talking about 1 month ago, you know. What do your teeth have to do with everything? You see these teeth? That's how sharp my secretary is. Sharp? Is he talking about the only person he could be talking about? Is he talking about, Viola Cadaverini? She writes everything in my schedule. December, mainly in the office. That's what it says, so that's where I was.
That seems like... oh my god. I had it and I lost it.
Yep.
That seems like a rather, sketchy schedule.
There he goes again. It's whack-a-mole. But with grumbles.
Yep.
What the tiger did all December isn't the issue. What's important is what he was doing on the day of the murder. So now what?
Press harder.
What you want?
Me?
What?
What you
Scratching. None.
spot?
I have a lot of spots.
If you wouldn't mind... Bork? If you wouldn't mind going into a bit more detail.
Objection!
Why? I love how he went through all that trouble to bring him in just to be like, hey, don't talk to him. This is a dead-end Triton, you know it. Remember the rules.
Objection! Shut the fuck up!
I'm not going to say the NO because Nix will think I'm talking to him. It's essential that we establish the witness's alibi accurately.
I agree.
I agree.
I agree.
The victim was killed on December 3rd. Were you in the office that day, too? Maybe yous ain't listening. Of course I was. I never set foot outside. Fuck, I said the word. I had meetings all day with a bunch of cats wanting to do business with me.
He did not really hear you.
Probably sleeping.
Yeah.
I ain't never seen that young kid before.
But he's definitely seen you.
I do believe that the witness' last statement was important. Mr. Godot, if you could, please.
I don't know how I'd say that name.
Mr. Tiger.
But it's Tigre.
Mr. Tigre, huh?
Would he say it or would he say the dumb way? Fuck it, Tigre. The court asks you to add the last statement to your testimony. Fuck you! Don't let an animal beat you. Be a man. Be a man, Your Honor, and ask him yourself.
The days you was talking about I was in the office and never saw that kid before. Well...
I want to see you handling all the characters. I want to see how you, like, just do your best to imitate what I do.
Like to do like this next section with just me?
Yeah. I just want to see how, what it does to your brain.
Fuck, alright. I'm just gonna use my regular voice for
Yeah, 'cause
Phoenix
that's what
like
I do
you
with
do
him.
with you.
Yeah.
With him. Mr. Tigre, you claim you didn't know Mr. Glen Elg, but it appears that Mr. Elg knew you. What? Mr. Elg left this little note on his calendar. Meet with the tiger. And the date? December 3rd. December 3rd? That's the day of the murder! No shit. So, Mr. Tigre, I submit that you did indeed know one Mr. Glen Elg. Because on the very day of the incident, you met with him. Yeah.
He just jumped. He jumped up and I don't know why.
I don't know. No, I can't do. I don't know how to do a. Oh, wait a minute. I'm gonna do a Brooklyn accent. Not bad. You're actually not bad.
What is no bad?
Not sure.
That's okay.
You's actually not bad.
You're going Scottish!
Help me! I can't do Brooklyn. At least not with trying to get a male voice at all.
Try it with female voices, that's fine.
Sorry? I was just messing with you. I'm gonna go Harley Quinn at that point.
That's fine!
I was just messing with you to see how good you were.
Did you hear that, Nick? He said you're not
Wait, this will be
bad.
me then.
Too bad. That's one compliment I can do without. Plus, he's lying through his teeth. Witness, please remember that you're under oath. Lies will not be tolerated. You's calling me a liar? Is that what you's doing?
Ruh-roh.
Ruh-roh.
What the fuck?
Ruh-roh.
Where did that come from? Yeah, you're Godot.
God, what the fuck am I gonna give him?
Smooth jazz.
So you're saying that So you're saying that your claim to have never seen that kid before is the truth? I said I'm dead serious. You just better believe that's the truth. Ha. And I'd say that gives me time to enjoy another cup of pure black magic. It's just my regular voice. That is while you testify for the court again, Mr. Tigre. Oh yes! That's a random other voice. Oh yes, would you mind indulging the court witness? I never actually met the victim. That's gotta be a lie right there. It's time I nailed this guy.
Hot.
Sheesh. Am I continuing, or are you...
I'll jump back. I was hoping there would be a little more banter with Maya so I could try to... Oh, it doesn't matter.
The victim, Glen Elg.
I ain't no liar. I never met Glen Elg. There was some lame guy with that name. Some lame guy with that name, though, wanted to borrow cash from me. I set up a meeting with the guy at my office, Tenderlander.
Oh my god.
Right? Doing that many, because they all end up being...
Burp, my fuck!
They all end up being gruff, and you don't get a chance to really breathe.
Uh-huh.
So it's just kind of like, hey, who, hey, what? It's just so overwhelming.
I just sucked in so much air. It made
It's
me burp.
overwhelming.
Fuck.
I waited around for him, but he ain't never showed. I ain't never ever been to that Tribulations. No, he was the Très bien. Très bien joint, you see her?
I'm just having a flashback to what's gonna be the next game for you for Apollo Justice, and my brain's like, oh no, there's so many more voices, accents that I'm gonna have to try and learn.
We can do it!
One of them is Russian.
We will drive our voices into the ground trying to do this.
You'll have to learn German.
I can try.
Yeah.
I'll do my best to listen back to, like...
Because new prosecutor's German.
I can figure that out.
Yep.
I'll probably end up doing what you did. Where it was
Yep.
like... It was a mix of things.
I'm not gonna spoil his personality. I'm just forewarning you, German.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying with what you did with Francisca, how it was like not quite German, but also close enough. You know what I mean? Like there were
close enough German.
Yeah, there was a mix.
It's as
of
German as I can get it, considering I'm not actually German.
Well, it sounded like what? We had someone commenting saying it sounded like it was German or Russian that they were confused. They were like
Probably
going
both,
between.
actually.
It was a mix. Okay, you're doing the judge.
I see. That all seems perfectly logical. You had arranged to meet with the victim, but that he didn't show up.
I've heard it's pretty hard to keep appointments when you're dead.
Very well. You begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor. Didn't I tell you I got a big deal going down today?
Oh, shut the fuck up.
I ain't gonna make my bus now. I'm gonna have to take the express train. That bill's going straight to you, Wright.
Your bill's gonna go straight to jail.
Yeah.
The victim, Glenelg.
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 I do appreciate, though, that when you try to do a masculine voice, it just goes Scottish.
It goes right Scottish.
It's like, hey, shut up, how do men sound? I don't fucking know.
Oh, fucking hell, there's right Scottish.
They're all Scots to me.
My voice just goes right Scottish. Fuck my life, eh? Anyways. What?
You got a bird, bro.
Right. Alright, never heard of this train being joint. Is here, alright. Is here, fuck you. What was that? Fuck all, that's what that was.
Alright. Mr. Tigre, is there something you'd like to tell the court about these matches? Matches? What you talking about? We found them in your office at Tenderlander. They're from that restaurant. What?
Ta-da!
If you've really never been to Très Bien before, what was a book of the restaurant's matches doing on your desk? You've been snooping around my stuff too, wise guy? I thought it said spooping, and I don't know why. I'm like, I know.
Spooping!
You've been spooping around my office?
Rude.
What are you, my ball and chain? Ain't no broad controlling. God damn, you sexist fucking weirdo. Ain't no broad controlling me.
He looks like just a very orange phoenix.
Basically what he's
Sharp teeth.
Yeah.
Order! Order!
I almost did it.
Well, witness! I think it's time you started to telling us the truth, don't you? So sorry, I'm terribly sorry. Forgive me.
I ain't no pussycat. Don't go don't go back on what I said. But okay, I was at the joint that day. What? Well, listen good, alright? I might have been there, but I still never met that kid. Well, well. Looks like an order just came in for another testimony.
Hello, my boy. You cozy boy.
Hi.
Hello.
Look at that waggly tail.
Who's a good boy?
Hi, buddy. Okay, bye.
Hello.
What up?
Hello. Being all quiet. You're being so good.
You good boy. You good boy.
Are you good? Are you good boy?
Good boy.
Yeah. That smile. Next to you, good
Hey,
boy.
such a white smile. Look at them teethers.
I don't know why I'm being told this, but yay!
Yay.
Okay.
Because you're being quiet and nice. You're a good boy.
I'm this close to proving it was him. He did meet Glen Elg that day. And he did put poison in his coffee. He must have. I was supposed to meet with a kid at the restaurant that afternoon. When I opened the door to the joint, I saw I saw one ugly scene. I thought he said one ugly guy. I was like, is he talking about the old man? If so, that's rude.
Mm-hmm.
The guy was laid out over the table, stiff as concrete. So rigor mortis already set in? What fucking time did you walk in, bro? I think not. I figured the place wasn't... Oh, it's the water.
Yes.
The place wasn't hot already, it was gonna be, so I split. I heard the cops' sirens on my way out, and went straight back to my office.
Bow, bow, bow.
I see. You didn't actually meet with him in the end, then. Well, Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please.
Yes, Your Honor. I like he sounds like a child in school that's just like, I don't want to give this presentation. Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Hold it. If I wait around here any longer, I ain't even gonna make the normal express. No more stupid questions. No problem. Anytime Tripe presses you on something irrelevant, I'll see he pays a penalty. You can't do that. The judge can.
Mr. Godot, that's my job.
Fuck you. Your job is to slam that little hammer of yours and call a guilty verdict. When I come into the court, I guess you're just suddenly my slave. What? So do it. Oh no, some of the Brooklyn accent's going over into hip. Fuck.
Oh, no. Yes, sir.
The Special Express ain't cheap, right? So use... Yeah, no, not happening. So you know... Just so you know, you's paying. Oh, man. Doesn't the rule of law mean anything around here?
Not when the judge is scared.
Yep.
Stiff as concrete.
Huh?
You're something of a loan collecting pro, aren't you, Mr. Tigre? No one escapes the tiger's clutches. Well, I'm something of a lie detecting pro. And no one escapes the phoenix's clutches. I think it's time we got something straight. What's this, Trite? A new line of irrelevant questioning? These are the floor plans of the crime scene. You say you were standing at the entrance, Mr. Tigre. From there, your field of vision would have covered an area something like this.
Indeed, the witness would have a clear view of the victim's seat. No, he wouldn't.
Isn't that what I just said? I saw the back of the kid's head.
Here's a well, dumbass.
Unfortunately for you, that is not possible. If the court would think back, you'll remember that between each of the tables
Is a partition.
is a tall partition.
Why, that's true.
Now look at the plans again. The truth is painfully obvious. You didn't see shit, bro! From the entrance, the field of vision of any customer walking in ends here. It shocked him so much we have a new picture.
Right?
So, from the entrance of Très Bien, you couldn't have seen the victim's seat.
But you did see the victim that day because you met with him.
Objection.
Whack. Wrong. Have you forgotten the old man's testimony yesterday? The victim was alone at his table.
Did you forget that he was not 100% aware of the actual truth of matters?
Are you aware of the fact that he struggles to remember some of reality? But the defense just proved that that point to be moot. The victim witnessed by Mr. Kudo was not Glenn Elg, but a fake. We just went over this!
We went over this like right before recess!
What? In order to have Mr. Kudo falsely testify, the real killer posed as the victim. Right.
He had
He had
just
just
killed.
and acted out a charade. Fucking hell.
That will do. Why am I... Oh.
You said it. This trial has gone on long enough without the obvious question being answered. Who exactly is this real killer who impersonated the victim?
Is he right in front of you?
You say the killer murdered Glenn Elg, and he impersonated his victim in a performance for Victor Kudo. In that case, Mr. Wright revealed the identity of the criminal to the court. Well... Hafaya.
Obviously, the killer is Furio Tigre. No one else could have done it.
What? A witness?
Okay. Now that's cute. You think you can pin this on the tiger? Maybe you don't understand. The tiger is the king of... Sure.
First of all, isn't the lion the king of the jungle?
I mean, they're not in jungles. Tigers are in jungles, so it would technically be a tiger. Lion would be king of the savannah.
If you want to go with technicality, sure. But the phrasing is king of the jungle.
Yeah, but it's inaccurate.
I know, it's inaccurate.
So I dare you to say it again. Come on, you got the guts. You can threaten me, Mr. Tigre. Sure.
It's the defense. Go ahead and tell the defense, Mr. Wright. Tell the witness, Mr. Wright.
Uh-huh.
Bitch!
Mr. Wright!
Come back! Sounds to me like it must be you, old man. You've got guts, I'll give you that.
Mr. Wright! Don't leave me to handle this alone. That's good out.
Perhaps I can end this embarrassment.
Mr. Godot!
Y'all are fucking weird. Let's just get, let's just go back over Mr. Kudo's testimony one more time. The old man didn't see, just the victim. Oh, no, no, no.
Fuck. The serving girl brought him his Javachino, but she put something in it. There's no question about it. She's very conspicuously put some white powder in there.
Was the victim he saw the real victim or not? That doesn't matter. The fact remains, he saw the accused put poison into the coffee.
Yes, it is the waitress who put the
Everyone is just telling him to shut up.
God damn it. Very impressive, Mr. Godot. Waiting for my absence to launch your attack. What is wrong with you? Found your pen at last, Troy? It was in my pocket. But anyway, Mr. Kudo witnessed two people that day. He saw the victim, the supposed Mr. Glenn Elg, and the waitress from behind.
Yes, your point, Mr. Wright.
I need to burp.
Burp!
I can't. That's the problem. Nope. Just got stuck.
It'll come out eventually.
I think the conclusion is obvious. If this Glenn Elg was really the killer in disguise, then surely it's possible the waitress was also part of the show.
What? You mean the witness was an imposter as well?
The waitress wasn't.
The waitress was an imposter as well?
I don't know why the judge is hard to do. I think it's just because you're pushing so much air out of your body that you're suddenly like, how to read?
How does one read as the judge? I don't know.
It's not easy. The defendant, Miss Bird, that fucking Y man.
The Y in the air.
Yeah, it's fucking with me.
Because you're thinking bird with an I, but in this case, bird is with a Y.
Yep, I'm not used to it.
Which that was the thing with her case the first time we had her.
Yeah. Dyslexia doesn't go away just because we've changed it to a different case.
No, I know. Oh, that's the thing that proved her innocence because
Yeah.
dude wrote the name wrong.
Well, it was her first name because it was spelled Maggie, but they wrote it Maggie.
Yeah.
The defendant, Miss Bird, fell unconscious immediately after the incident. I don't know how the fuck I remembered that. Oh no, I went back because I wanted to see what voice I had done for the weirdo with the blonde streak.
Oh.
Because we kept laughing at that stupid picture of him looking up at her. Oh!
Oh.
And someone used her fainting to hatch an elaborate plan to pin the murder on her.
Who on earth was it?
I already told you.
Who was this waitress that Mr. Kuda witnessed?
Well,
His unfortunate girlfriend.
Who is this woman?
Her name is Viola Cadavarini. She's an employee of Tenderlander. He's making a big...
Are you talking to me? Who the fuck you think you growling at? Nix, get your ass up on the bed.
It's like, what the fuck was that, Dad?
You fucking growling at someone? Hey, I'm talking to you over here. Hey, Nix, who's my best boy? Hey, you talking shit? You're talking shit to the neighbors. That's fucking rude, man.
He's like, Dad.
I don't know what
the
this mixed
fuck
signal is.
happening?
He's still trying to give me paw. You are a good boy.
Dad, what the fuck is that voice?
Hey, you swearing at people? Yeah, you are. You're a little shit.
He's like, eh.
Oh my god.
He was making a big mistake.
Now he's just being cute.
He's like, okay, Dad's not upset. Mwah. I love you.
Do you know who Violetta's grandfather is?
Yes.
Yes, I do.
I definitely do.
You better be going home in an armored truck tonight, if you know what I mean.
stop shaking, Nick.
Don't
She
point.
finally got out.
Don't point it out then.
Where was I? Yes, the defendant, Miss Bird, I almost said bride,
You got it.
has stated the following.
Well, when I took the coffee over to the victim's table, it's true there was another customer in the restaurant. She was sort of creepy. And she kind of had a cackling laugh.
Sweating bullets to your bud.
There are just too many contradictions.
Right in the nostril, too. I'm sorry.
There are just too many contradictions in this case. The second man at the victim's table, who nobody but Miss Bird seems to have seen. Well, Armstrong confirmed it, but yeah. The earpiece worn by the victim in his left ear when that eardrum was ruptured. And the radio show he was supposedly listening to half an hour after it was over. There's only one logical explanation that clears up all of these contradictions. The whole incident took place twice, once for real and once for show. And Mr. Furio Tigre. My tongue got stuck on the freaking roof of my mouth. The only person who could have committed the crime is you.
Witness? What have you got to say?
That's cute.
So sorry?
You's alright. I could do with a guy like you around. Bitch, you talking gay to me?
Well, he went right to angel dust at that point.
So true. What do you mean? Okay, I'm in on this game. I'm gonna have to charter a jet to get me to my meeting now, but I'm gonna give you one more thing to think about before I go. Something to think about? You've got it all wrapped up nice, alright? But you missed out one real important thing.
But that can't be. I can't miss things.
I was in the joint that day, and I met that kid too. But I couldn't have poisoned him, you hear?
What? You expect us to believe you now, Mr. Tigre?
What a troublemaker. Troublemaker? Looks like we're gonna need another one for the road. One more steaming cup of hot testimony.
And it is the last one. Indeed. Witness, will you explain yourself to the court? I'll give you one more chance to testify. What happened that day at Tribulations between yourself and the victim?
Ties to the victim.
Yeah, I loaned El Cash about $100,000. That day, we was that day we was due to have a little chat. The kid had hit his paycheck date, see? So anyway, he tells me he's got no way to pay up. I'm about to flatten the guy when he starts screaming. I love that his impression of him is still just his roar.
Yup.
Yes, I won $500,000. My nose is fucking itchy. He got lucky, you know? Real lucky. If that waitress hadn't done what she'd done, everything would have been over.
Now I see that the principal amount you loaned to Mr. Arg was $50,000.
Yeah, well... Vig? Oh, Vigor, I guess?
Yeah.
You've got the Vig to take into account. If I didn't know what he was trying to say there, I wouldn't have been able to say that one. I'm just like, you've got the Vig take to... What? Interest builds up fast, you know? That's faster than fast. $100,000 is twice his principal.
And the repayment deadline was December 3rd, the day of the incident in question.
Yeah, he was one lucky kid. He's fucking dead, bro. I don't think he's that lucky. He got that $500,000 just in time. So I ain't have no reason to kill the kid. And if I ain't got no motive, you ain't got no case. His motive? He has to have one, but what is it? Blah.
Ties to the victim.
Hi, Grumbles.
Who the fuck you barking at? Not barking, but you're growling. Don't be grumbly. It's rude.
The waitress? The waitress, you mean? That wasn't correct. It was
The waitress, you mean?
Yeah. I was like, context of the sentence. The girl with the glasses in the defendant's chair. Who else could I mean? If she hadn't gotten the way... I would have gotten away with it too if it weren't for that meddling bitch. If she hadn't gotten in the way, things would have been bada bing, bada boom, over and done with. Maybe I almost continued with it. Maybe I should push a little on this. What do you mean things would have been over and done with? Are yous all there or what? I'm talking about the cash. I was there to get my 100,000 bucks back. That's all. I'm a businessman, quote unquote. It was all coming together before that waitress got in the way.
As far as I can tell from the witness's testimony, other than recouping his loan, Mr. Tigre had no motive for killing the victim. Witness, you will amend your testimony to reflect what you just said.
The tiger's motive, huh?
It was after the 1,000 I had no other motives to kill the guy.
Oh,
Well...
Wait, you're doing what my freaking grandmother did.
Well...
It was specifically through them. Well.
Sounds like Mrs. Doubtfire there.
If someone spilled something or someone was inconveniencing her in some way, it was just a well.
Well.
Yeah. Like, you good, man? So you just intended to get back the $100,000 Mr. Glenelg owed you, correct? I loaned the guy the cash, so that's my right. Unfortunately for Mr. Elg, I don't believe the $100,000 is what you were really after.
Objection!
What are you getting at, Trite? What else would a moneylender be after other than money? Oh, the moneylender was after the money. But money in a totally different language. League! I can speak. Sometimes. Some days. I can read.
Sometimes.
Sometimes my brain lets me read. The kind of money that a single disc like this would fetch.
What is that?
A computer virus. A computer virus, Your Honor! A virus called MC Bomber.
A computer virus? What does one of those do? Judge, are you that old?
A computer virus is a program that wreaks havoc on the inside of a computer.
Yes.
It me, with my broken fucking glasses.
A computer? What does one do? You're not that old! What does one of those do?
I guess the beard isn't the only part of his honor that is from the Stone Age. I'll explain it to you later. No, he needs to know the things to pass judgment and stuff. Like, he needs to know. I'll explain to you later, Your Honor. Right now, this is the important point. A virus like MC Bomber would be worth several $1 million on the black market.
Several $1 million?
Yeah. Lending money with no hope of ever seeing repayment would normally be bad for business. But in this case, the very fact that Glenelg had no way to repay the money is crucial.
What?
He had something that was worth shit. So he brought
skills.
that.
Glenelg was a programmer, a highly skilled programmer. That skill was the collateral Mr. Elg put up in order to borrow the money.
Objection!
You're trying to suggest the witness's motive was to get a hold of that program? Exactly.
Spit? No? Well, I'm surprised.
The witness may have poor fashion sense, but he's by no means an idiot, Trite.
I'd love to. I'd like to see it go to the tiger's face when he says that, though.
Right?
He's got shitty fashion, but then it's just kind of like, the fuck you say?
Talking to me. Talking about me.
A man like him could get his hands on $1 million without resorting to murder. Of course he could, provided that he had time. But what if he had needed the money right then? When the pressure's on, the luxury of choice tends to disappear.
It seems you have a logical conclusion for this theory, Mr. Wright. Would you care to share it with us? Why did Mr. Tigre need money to turn to the tune of $1 million?
I'm still not used to that phrase, to the tune of.
Where the fuck is the paper? There it is.
In December of last year, you found yourself in need of a huge amount of money. The love of your life ran you over.
The love of his
Yes.
life.
About 6 months ago, you were involved in a traffic accident, weren't you? An accident involving a car and a scooter in which a young woman was injured.
And you were the guy on the scooter.
She hit you so hard you fell head over heels. She was taken to the hospital where she underwent surgery. How much it is? How much it is? Do you know?
Everything.
I know everything about you.
I know everything, bitch.
The medical papers document the treatment of the young woman in question. According to these, her operation cost $1 million.
Woof.
And yet when the payment was due last month, you somehow managed to pay it in full.
$1 million? A preposterous sum. Someone should sue these HMOs. What? Sure.
Yeah, but you know, people have to pay to live now. Woo! No one would pay a bill like that. If the medical association got wind of it, the hospital would... Really? The hospital would end up dead as a morgue. Sadly, no. It's tolerated. But Mr. Tigre had no choice but to pay. Because his very life depended on it. Ah! Exactly.
Fucking Chewbacca. Order! 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 You say his life depended on Mr. Wright.
Indeed it did. Simply because the injured woman was none other than Viola Cadaverini. Did you say Cadaverini?
Yes, I did.
Bruto Cadaverini, mob boss in charge of all underworld activities in the city and doting grandfather to his precious Violetta, as she's also known as Viola Cadaverini. Your life was in danger unless you paid compensation to the boss, correct? It makes sense. You were desperate to acquire the $1 million Bruto Cadaverini demanded of you.
Mr. Cadaverini made an offer you could not refuse.
You said the exact same thing last episode.
Huh?
Please don't crush your foot.
Okay.
So desperate, in fact, that you decided to sacrifice Glen Elg's life to pay your debt. On the day of the murder, the Tiger's sole intention was to get his hands on this CD. Glen Elg had no way of paying back the $100,000, and Mr. Tigre knew it. Grenouille! Grenouille!
Grenouille!
Mr. Tigrenouille! Was it just a tea frog? It's like those mugs when they have a ceramic toad or something in the center and then your drink goes around it. That's a Tigrenouille.
Tigrenouille.
But then a miracle happened. The kind that Mr. Tigre would prefer to say never happened, but he can't, and neither can I. The lottery win? Exactly.
Pew, 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 pew.
At the 11th hour, Mr. L won $500,000 on the lottery, which left Mr. Tigre with no way of getting his hands on the all-important CD. At least, no legitimate way.
I'm surprised he was like carrying poison in his pocket the entire time, just in case.
So he resorted to illegitimate means.
Murder.
That's cool. Yeah, you're in court, bro. People do crazy shit.
Cheers, mate.
I don't know why he's like only reasonable people will be in court. Like what? That's crazy. He murdered Glenn Elg and then made his next move. To frame Maggie Bird for the crime. Mr. Tigre posed as Glenn Elg. While Viola Cadavrini played the role of Miss Bird. And then they reenacted the whole thing in order to establish a witness.
PG. Potato.
The witness being the one we all heard testify yesterday, Mr. Victor Kudo.
Objection!
Like I said, Wright, that's crazy. No one could pull off a Why? Why could no one pull that off?
Right.
For starters, there's no way the chef could have been kept. He wasn't kept in the dark. We've established that he's a pawn in this!
Yeah, he's being blackmailed into doing it.
Like, bro, why are you acting like you weren't here for the first half of this?
Like, bro, where's your brain?
But Mr. Armstrong was in on it from the very beginning. Have you forgotten already, Mr. Godot?
Yes.
Apparently.
Ow, my ass is numb!
Yes.
Ow.
Oh no.
Hey. Mr. Armstrong owed the witness money too. $500,000, in fact. He had no choice. He did have a choice, and he just made a poor one. But he had no choice but to go along with the with Mr. Tigre's plan. Don't paint him like he's like a victim here. He's still like, what's it called? Connection to murder. What is the actual term?
Accessory.
Accessory to murder. He's put on a good show, Spiky. If you want to stay alive in the loan shark business, you gotta be careful. You saying I dressed up like that kid, created a witness, and framed someone? If I did something crazy like that, I'd leave a trail as bright as my shirt. I ain't dumb enough to do something sloppy like that.
No. You're correct.
I agree. You do? Despite your appearance, you are very careful. That's why you took one more precaution. Come on, Wright. One more trick to make sure Miss Bird had no way out.
What? Another one, Mr. Wright?
Same, Godot.
Go.
Yeah. My throat's getting dry.
The throat's getting dry.
Interesting. Why don't you fill us all in, Trite? What was this trick you say Mr. Tigre performed to frame the accused?
Well,
He had some cardboard on him.
what on earth is that?
The fucking badge you fell for.
What an insult to think anyone would be fooled by such a childish imitation.
Consider yourself insulted, Your Honor. Mr. Tigre, you didn't just pose as the victim on the day in question. A month ago, in this very court, you posed as me.
What? That's...
Insulting. The truth.
But... Witness looks nothing like you, Mr. Wright.
Get the fucking clothes on him.
Switch là, fucking suit bleu là, pis la même goddamn the spiky hair. Shut the fuck up, you fell for it.
Oh. He's...
Although, now that I think about it, it was you, wasn't it? He finally realized. No doubt it was you, standing in here this very court a mere month ago. The Phoenix Wright who would put up the most the Phoenix Wright who put up the most disreputable shabby defense I've ever seen.
That shit. I'm not wrecking my throat for those roars.
No.
Can you prove that, Gramps? Prove the attorney who represented the accused here a month ago was this man. Whew. My brain figured it out. It was a struggle, but it got there.
Yeah.
Are you prepared to take the stand and testify that it was him?
Oh. Hey. No, let's take it.
No. I thought it was the judge as well.
Yep.
Hey. Forget about it.
Oh, he's being meek again.
I wouldn't do something like that. Not me. You made a mistake, right? It was someone else, huh? Have you no pride, sir?
Objection.
This isn't a matter of pride. In case you didn't know, Wright, here in court we deal with people's lives.
Fuck you!
Mr. Gurdon is right.
Every time it shows the judge, I take a breath to do his voice, but then I'm like, wait, it's not me. But I end up yawning either way because I prepare to do his voice. There. That's... I need to have one of those soundboards so I can record something like that, so every time the tiger roars, I just do that. Your Honor? Just imagining the judge did the freaking sound. Your Honor?
Speaking for myself, I'm absolutely convinced. The attorney in question was the witness standing before me now. However, I preside over this court as the judge, with the vested power to hand down a verdict. Someone in my position cannot be swayed by the memory without evidence to support it.
No! No!
The defense has no further evidence. The court will now excuse the witness. The circumstances surrounding the tiger are dubious for sure, but not conclusive.
But we've come so far!
You say he impersonated Glen Elg. You say he impersonated you. But none of that adds up to a murder charge. You don't have a shred of evidence that the witness poisoned the victim's coffee.
No! No!
Whatever's easiest on the voice.
Oh, now he has a fucking bite to his... Oh dear.
Sucks to be you, right?
Oh dear.
I don't know, voices just happen. Don't mess with the tiger, or you gonna get mauled. You got that?
Oh, well, that's all.
All we managed to do here was chase him around a bit. But I was so close to getting him to... so close to getting him to admit his own guilt. Huh. Goodness. Same.
Almost done.
Mm-hmm. Oh god. Looks like I won't be needing a refill.
Is the fidget spinner helping you?
I don't know.
Not-
I still fuck up, but I don't know. If I was doing the judge, I would still be fucked.
Oh yeah, fuck.
It's like, hell, just the judge, Phoenix, and one other person is like, ugh. If I just had one more piece of evidence. One more piece of evidence, and maybe I could get Maggie off the hook.
This witness is
I did it again!
This witness's cross-examination is over. You are free to go, Mr. Tigre. Rabble, rabble, rabble. And... hold it!
Gumshoe?
Gumshoe.
My boy! Wait!
Detective? Phoenix.
Detective Gumshoe. Sorry I took so long, pal. I staked everything on this. My badge, the works. So here it is. My heart's counting on this too.
What is it, Detective?
Isn't it obvious, pal? It's the final decisive piece of evidence.
Huh?
What?
What she said?
Sorry it took so long, pal, but I finally got the results from the lab. The results?
About the prince, motherfucker! What else would I be talking about?
From this medicine bottle.
Oh, do you know who the print belongs to now?
Do you think I'm some kind of hack detective? Of course I know.
So, tell us. They're the tigers, right? I knew it.
You bet. Oh, I thought he was gonna be like, not quite. Clear as crystal, all over the bottle. They're Furio Tigre's paw prints, alright.
That's great. We've got them now, Nick.
You have hiccups?
Yep.
I was gonna say the name correctly, but I was like, Gumshoe wouldn't be able to.
Oh, fuck.
Oh. Every time you get a breathy voice, you get hiccups.
What's wrong with you? You've hardly said a word since Detective Gumshoe got here. You laid everything out on the line for this, Nick.
I know. Look, I'm sorry. This is kind of hard to say, but it really doesn't make any difference whose prints are on that bottle now.
Huh? What? Why not?
What we need to produce at this stage in the trial is irrefutable evidence that the tiger put poison in Glen Elg's coffee. He's already admitted that he met the victim. The fact that his prints are on this bottle, that really doesn't make any difference now.
I need to shave my sides again.
Yeah, I need to shave my whole head again.
It's getting warmer now, and it's like, sleeping with even this length is like...
Great. No matter how hard I try, never of any use.
Hey, don't be so hard on yourself.
This was our last chance to help Maggie. And I've been working on some useless piece of evidence the whole time.
We told you that it would be helpful, so you thought you were working on something helpful.
Pat, pat, Gumshoe, pat, pat on the head.
It's alright. I'm a real loser.
Oh, sorry, I clicked.
Detective Gumshoe? With Maggie? You've been working on something for me?
Literally since the beginning of this, yeah. Sorry I let you down, Maggie. I know you didn't do it. I'm a detective. We're supposed to be able to prove stuff like that. I'm really sorry. I'll get out of
your hair now, I think is what he said.
Detective Gumshoe, wait!
He's gone.
Isn't there anything we can do now, Nick?
I wish there was. Gumshoe worked so hard to get that evidence. If only there was some way I could use it.
Put the bottle in the pocket.
Put the bottle in the pocket.
Hello, we're back in court. Mr. Wright!
Yeah.
Yeah!
I was trying to do your voice, but then I forgot I'm not doing you right now.
Nope. I granted you a recess so you could prepare this decisive evidence you've discovered.
Yes. Don't keep us all in suspense, Wright. Show us. Naturally, we can assume it's evidence that will actually stand up in court, can't we?
Yes.
Yeah. Think, Phoenix. Don't let Gumshoe's hard work go to waste. How much more of my time are you's gonna waste? I ain't been to no court before. Bullshit, I don't buy that for a fucking second. These lawyers sure know how to blow things out of proportion.
No doubt, given the nature of the evidence, it will speak for itself. Nevertheless, you will talk us through it, Mr. Wright.
Well, I know I can't prove anything new with this evidence. I'm really backed into a corner here. But maybe if he thinks he's got me beat, he'll let his guard down a bit.
Don't keep us waiting any longer, Mr. Wright. Present the final decisive piece of evidence to the court.
This is the defense's final piece of evidence.
Isn't that the victims?
Your Honor, naturally the court is already aware of the contents of this bottle. However, interesting new information has come to light. We have clearly identified some fingerprints on it. Fingerprints belonging to you, Mr. Tigre.
It keeps my mouth is so dry. My tongue keeps sticking to the roof of my mouth. I'm like Tigre. That's his name now, Mr. Tigre.
What?
But Mr. Wright, what conclusions are you hoping to draw from this new information?
Everyone in here knows what this bottle contains. Except one man. One person in this courtroom should theoretically be in the dark. My prints are on that pansy-looking bottle? Is that what you're saying? Well, what the hell's in it anyway?
I'm gonna lie my face off.
A phony trial, a phony lawyer, and phony clues. Everything about this case has been phony. Seems like the perfect excuse for some phony evidence. Mr. Tigre. There we go! My tongue didn't stick. This is the decisive piece of evidence that will prove your guilt. Why? Because it contains potassium cyanide.
Potassium cyanide.
This bottle contains potassium cyanide.
Potassium.
Potassium cyanide?
The poison used to murder Mr. Elg, Your Honor. The victim's killer used this very bottle. Are you gonna throw Violetta under the bus, you sack of shit? And on this bottle, Mr. Tigre, we found your fingerprints.
No, he's probably gonna say that thing doesn't have poison, which you theoretically should not know.
Well, how do you explain that?
It's say ha ha ha, but you roar. What?
A roaring ha ha ha. There you go.
You make a good clown, you know that? What? You ain't never gonna get this to stick. You just making me laugh now. You think a cheap bluff like this gonna fool the tiger? A bluff? I can see straight through you, Phoenix Wright. That ain't the bottle with the cyanide in it. No, no. This is the bottle we found traces of the poison in. Don't mess with it, Tiger. You're gonna get ripped to shreds. The cyanide bottle was brown. And it was made of glass.
How did you know?
That cheap piece of trash don't look nothing like it.
Incriminating yourself, you're dumb. Even Godot's like, what the fuck?
I can't remember what case it was. But there was a serial murderer. And people were 50-50 on like whether he was the murderer or not.
Uh-huh.
And there was something about one of the murders that we're talking about, and out of nowhere his phrasing was off. He said like, I didn't do that, or we weren't in that kind of situation, like
Uh-huh.
him and the victim.
Yeah.
But he couldn't have killed them if he wasn't there. Like
Yeah.
it was like he put himself in that place, and the whole court did this. It was just dead silence, and everyone who was on his side was like, "Oh."
Oh.
It was just that one little moment where he's like, "Fuck, how can I like rephrase what I just said to make me sound innocent?"
Yeah.
But he fucked himself over.
Oh.
Got him at last. What? Why has everyone gone quiet? I said that bottle. Is this the bottle you're referring to? Yeah, that's it. That's the bottle the cyanide was in. Well, you ain't gonna find my fingerprints on that bottle. Don't let that cozy looking suit fool you people. That lawyer's just playing games. Tell him, Mr. Prosecutor. Tell that guy where to go. You still haven't figured it out? Don't you realize what you just said? What I said? What did I just say? You were summoned to this court for the first time earlier today. If you really had nothing to do with the murder, you shouldn't have known all the details. For instance, you shouldn't have known what kind of bottle the potassium cyanide was in. But just now, you slipped up in front of every single person in this courtroom. You described the exact bottle used by the killer to hold the poison. Fuck you, fuck all of you, I'm out. You don't know who used methin with?
Suffering succotash.
Alright, Daffy.
I'm the tiger. I control millions of dollars on the black market. Why would you say that here? You think I'm gonna let some jumped up suit get the better of me? Sure. The last piece of evidence was phony.
But what you just said wasn't.
But that's just what you deserve. The phony trial with a phony lawyer. It was all played out by you, the biggest phony of all.
He's gonna do his final burst. The final burst.
Roar. Roar. It's literally what my brother used to do.
Phoenix got coffee in his face.
Oh, for sure.
The eyeballs.
Yep.
Well, what's going on? It looks like a blackout.
Well done, Trite. I saved my 17th cup of coffee just for you.
Yep, there it is.
But that's assault. You've assaulted me twice with like hot liquids and stuff, and the ceramic thing. Judge.
Savor it. That's all it is now. While you watch the police restrain your prey. Was that supposed to be some kind of like congratulatory like burn to the face?
I guess.
Fuck you, Godot.
Mr. Wright, you caught a tiger by his toes, but if this one hollers, he won't be let go.
Not the best.
Now then, how are things going with Mr. Tigre, Mr. Godot?
I can't remember if I've told you or not the situation with my dad and his friends when they were at I think they were at Tim Hortons or Starbucks.
Okay.
Probably Tim Hortons. I can't see my dad going to Starbucks. But there was a black gentleman who was at the cash.
Okay.
My father knows the history of that rhyme.
Yes.
Of Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo.
Uh-huh.
I guess his friend didn't. Or at least he temporarily forgot. Like, it just wasn't something he was thinking about.
Mm-hmm.
So they're ordering their coffee, and the guy asks his friend what he would like for, like, a donut or something.
If
Like,
you wanted a donut or whatever.
yeah, something about, like, for his side kind of thing. And he essentially wanted to say, surprise me, I'm not bothered, whatever you choose kind of thing. And he goes, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. And my dad immediately, like, internally curdled. But he didn't say anything. And he looked and you could tell the look on this guy's face was like, he didn't mean anything by it. He's literally just...
He's not aware.
He's just ignorant. And when they sat down, my dad was like, what the fuck was that? He's like, what do you mean? And he just says like, eeny, meeny, miny, mo? Are you kidding me? Who were you talking to just now? my dad's friend just goes, oh, fuck.
Yep.
It's one of those things where, like, no, like, ill intent was meant, but it was just like,
Like the one time I think I said spook. Or
yes,
spooks.
yes.
And I had no connotation to that because I didn't grow up with, like, English.
You've just never heard it.
I never heard that term.
It's like, well, because we usually say in silly terms like, oh, he did a spook, like he scared someone.
Yeah.
But the origins of that were specifically to call someone that.
Yes.
So I can say it like if I say, oh my god, you got spooked. Like you got spooked. It's a spook. It's a scare, but
yeah, in
the
my
phrasing,
case at the time when I
yes.
said this during stream was, oh my god, them spooks.
Oh,
because literally they appeared out of nowhere and I was like, what the fuck, spooks? And I'm like, what the shit? I had no connotation.
Meaning scares.
Yeah, like
oh my god, yeah,
like
scary.
they're specters. They spooked me.
Yes.
Because I was not expecting while fixing my fucking weapons in The Last of Us Part 2 that a random Joe bloke is usually, if there's a workbench, nothing happens.
Yes.
They spooked me because they randomly decided I'm gonna attack you. I went, what?
Yes.
Boom! I'm like, what the fuck? So
yes, and the context of it just got lost, I'm guessing.
I didn't even know that it meant anything else.
Yeah.
So I was like, what the shit? Somebody told me on chat, but I was like, I was
what
not even aware.
What does this mean?
Like, what do you mean?
What bad
like,
word? What have I done? What have I said?
Yeah, they're like, you shouldn't have said that. I'm like, said what? I'm very confused. It's like, don't you know what spooked me? I'm like, no, not at all. And then they told me, I'm like, oh,
whoops.
Good to know for the future.
Yeah.
But I did not say that for that particular meaning.
Yeah, it's one of those things where, like, in specific context, and I'm guessing in that situation you unintentionally called the creature.
Not even a creature. It was a bunch of dudes.
Oh.
Like, it was a bunch of enemies that literally, they were hiding. What I didn't realize they were there. I saw, oh, there's a workbench. I can upgrade some shit.
Yeah.
Cool. Went to the workbench, and they appeared out of nowhere, and I went, what the fuck?
Yeah. So it's that situation of referring to someone as a scare is something, but historical connotations are just kind of like, ah, fuck.
Yeah.
Oh. This shit.
That's okay. Alright, you read this?
No.
Okay.
He's being arrested on suspicion of murder,
of the murder of Glen Elg.
I was looking at on and of at the same time, never being combined. He's being arrested on suspicion of the murder of Glen Elg, Your Honor.
Fortunately for us, we managed to rectify a very grave error. Miss Bird was found guilty in the absence of a genuine defense attorney.
Yes, she was. And in the absence of genuine evidence. But the tiger made one mistake. He made many, but okay.
Indeed. He nearly got away with everything if it wasn't for that one slip of the tongue. Peter Tigre is a truly frightening criminal. Ha. Just still you.
I'm tired.
I know.
The truly frightening one.
I want to try and get this done so that way we can start on a new case.
Is that defense attorney over there.
Get that.
Yet. Well now, I'm in a position to deliver my verdict. This court finds the defendant, Maggie Bird, not guilty!
I like that she still salutes even though she's not like...
Not even police officer anymore, she's just, salute! That is all. Court is adjourned. Alright.
Mr. Wright! I'm at a loss for words! Thank you, sir! Congratulations, Maggie! I was so mad when Mr. Wright landed me in all that trouble a month ago. Not me! But now I feel I can forgive him.
Listen here, you. That wasn't me, Maggie. That was the tiger.
Look, Nick! In the doorway!
I was like, is that a gumshoe?
It is a gumshoe.
Detective Gumshoe. Oh, I guess I'll be heading out.
Zero bell.
Wait.
Detective Gumshoe?
Oh yeah. Congratulations, Maggie.
Thanks.
I knew you were innocent all along. You good?
Why didn't you say that in your testimony then? Because he can't, technically.
Huh? Oh, well, Well, I guess I'll be heading off then. See you around. Wait up, detective. He just ran off.
Maggie, why are you being so hard on him? He busted his butt for you. It's thanks to him that we got the medication bottle. But that wasn't even of any use. But it's only because Mr. Wright used it so cleverly. Detective Gumshoe was just running around in circles.
Fuck you!
Poor guy. Poor guy.
Wow! Fuck you, Maggie! Looks like she still isn't ready to forgive him. He didn't do anything wrong!
Can you put in a good word for him, Nick?
Yeah, Maya's right. I should help Gumshoe out. It's clear he needs it.
Poor dude.
Maggie? You know, Detective Gumshoe's been really worried about you through all this.
I wanted to believe that, sir. But on that first day of the trial, he practically gave the judge a free pass to lock me up.
He didn't have any choice, Maggie. He's a detective. He has to report the facts.
He doubted me. That's why.
Stop projecting!
He thought I might have done it.
I've got to prove to her that Gumshoe really cares about her. I know. I'll give her a little present to celebrate her freedom. Take your fucking weenies.
Rice and weenies, have fun.
Whoosh. Here you are, a present to celebrate your freedom.
That's...
A present from Detective Gumshoe, made with a ton of love.
He said you lost weight and he was worried about you. Detective Gumshoe.
Just like the first one that you threw back.
I actually really like weenies.
Yeah, we know.
You know. Did you guys hear that? I'm pretty hungry myself, you know.
Yeah, the trial dragged on a bit today, didn't it?
It's okay if I eat this now?
It's for you.
It is literally for you. Aww. She's so happy.
So how is it, Maggie? It's really good.
Fuck you. I don't care about people's intention or if they care about me. God damn. If their love doesn't give me what I need, they're bad.
False allegations surrounding Maggie has all been cleared up. And who knows, maybe a whole new chapter of her life is about to start. Episode 3, Recipe for a Turnabout. The end.
We didn't even get to see them, like, reconcile?
Nope.
Wow!
Guess who's back? Back again.
Give me the fucking outfit.
A brand new episode has been added.
That is such a shitty ending! Gumshoe literally has been, like, trying so hard, and the whole time she's, no, it didn't do what I wanted it to do. He's been trying really hard, but it didn't help.
Alright.
Fucking.
For the next episode, we'll see this and then we'll end it. The girl, let her go.
Haru!
Shut up! Come closer and I'll kill her. Sorry, but you're not going to get the chance. Bang.
Bang!
Bang bang. I'm reading through the files of an old court case. It was the first case of my longtime mentor, Mia Fey. Fugitive data.
I like that they made her so old everything was in sepia tone.
Right. Terry Falls. Charge kidnapping and murder.
Terry
Sentence.
Falls.
Sentence death. Fugitive movements. After escaping, Falls met with and then murdered Sergeant Valerie Hawthorne, recaptured on Eagle Mountain about 8 hours after his escape. Her very first client was a death row inmate who had recently broken out of prison. That was a whole year before Mia and I ever met. Six years earlier, Mia Fey, first trial.
When was this supposed to take place again? The game itself? Before, like, after this in time? Early 2000s?
The game, in continuity of when the game came out, it was mid 2000s. When the actual year that it's based on, when it's actually like
Yeah, that's what I mean.
the Phoenix timeline, it's early 2010s.
So why the fuck did they say that just like... How many years ago is this in the game now?
6.
You just said 6?
Mhm.
6 years prior, everything's like 40s and 50s, like, film with Mia.
It's just a flashback. I don't know.
Flashbacks can be done in many ways. It's not so long ago that we used that old sepia tone footage.
So yeah, so you're gonna be playing Edgeworth again because, as you can see, he's in the fucking thing. And I'm gonna be playing Mia for the defense attorney.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
But that's gonna be for next time. So thank you everyone who's been watching the stream. If you enjoyed it and you haven't done so already, you can always follow me on Twitch if you wish to be updated on the next time a new stream pops up. I do have a YouTube channel if you're not already aware. There's a link down below if you wish to see any of the previous VODs I've done in the past, including previous VODs for this game, or any other games, because I do a lot of different types of games. And for the people on YouTube, we'll see this later on. If you want to see the videos live, you can always pop on over to the Twitch channel. Links in the description of every one of my videos. If not, you can subscribe to the YouTube channel so you know that when a new video pops up. Whatever. Thank you everyone for watching my stream tonight. Till next time, bye guys!